Hi, and welcome to day 4 of Don We Now My Gay Opinions. I'm Donnie, and I'll be giving you my gay opinions on the movie The Christmas Aunt on Lifetime. So we begin this movie with Keshia Knight Pulliam? We'll just call her Rudy Huxtable. And she is an art dealer in LA, or like an art something. She works at a gallery in LA. And we're 14 days before Christmas, and her sister calls and says, you know, I'm going on my trip with my husband to Africa, and mom broke her leg, so she can't watch the kids. And then we cut to the mom, and she says, well, I might have broken my leg. I don't know why I laughed so hard at that. Unfortunately, it was the funniest part of the movie, but I don't think it was supposed to be funny. So she tells her boss she has to go to Tennessee for 2 weeks to watch her niece and nephew. And the boss obviously is not cool with this. And she's like, we have a big meeting on the 27th. And Rudy says, yeah, I'll be back. I have a flight scheduled. It's no problem. So the boss is like, all right, Merry Christmas. You deserve 2 weeks off, I guess. So she goes back to Tennessee for 2 weeks until the 27th. And anyone that's ever seen a Christmas movie about a businesswoman that goes to spend time with her family already knows something's gonna happen with the 27th, and Rudy will be missing Christmas with her family. She's gonna have to choose. We know this. But we act like we don't know it, and we'll follow Rudy's journey and be played for a fool when she has to leave Christmas early. Now, I love Rudy Huxtable. Out of the 5, 6? Five. Out of the 5 Huxtable kids, Rudy is my favorite. Since we're here, let's talk about it. Rudy, Denise, Vanessa. Oh, that's tough. Okay. Rudy, Vanessa, Denise, Theo. This is tough. Okay, Rudy, Theo, Vanessa, Denise. Ooh, hello down there. Sandra. Sandra is the worst, and we can all agree on that, right? Anyway, love Rudy, but Keshia Knight Pulliam as an adult actress just ain't cutting it. Like, she's the headliner of this movie. See, I just need to work in Hollywood or wherever Lifetime, Canada, I guess, is where these movies are filmed. Because clearly Bill Cosby can't be in it. He's busy. But at the very least, I'm sure Terrence Bledsoe would have been available to do this film. But we didn't do that. And we're left with what we're left with. This video is not a shining endorsement of this movie. Sorry, Lifetime. I will say though, what is nice about this movie is that it's a nice change of pace to see a character that is just like busy with work and not like a total Scrooge. She goes back to her family's house and she's excited to go Christmas caroling with her niece and nephew, to decorate, to like spend Christmas with their families. I'm so used to these movies where these people act like their heads will explode if they say the word Christmas or if they see a friggin' snowflake. But not Rudy. I didn't know it was possible for businesswomen to like Christmas. So what I'm about to say is the first, but not the only time where I feel like the writers realized that they didn't add any conflict. Because she arrives in Tennessee and she's so excited to decorate and do all the things I just said. And then the sister calls from Africa. She's like, watching 2 kids, a mom with a broken leg, and a full-time job? Good luck having fun at Christmas. And then after that is like suddenly when she's overwhelmed. She's like, I don't have time to celebrate, I'm sorry. Maybe now I see why they just make everybody hate Christmas. Because the switch was a little crazy. But she did make time to like still be an aunt, whatever. So she goes to pick up her niece and nephew from school because they're in the bell choir for the big Christmas Eve concert. And the teacher is her best friend from high school. And the nephew says, ooh, were you 2 boyfriend and girlfriend? And they both are like, no! So already we know there was definitely some, stockings that wanted to be stuffed. I don't blame her because he is hot. I wanted to make a point that he was hot, so I made a note of it in my phone to talk about in this video, and my phone auto-corrected hot to horny, and I was like, nope, that's just me. Anyway, so she's suddenly too busy to celebrate Christmas. But then she can't understand why the niece and nephew don't have any Christmas spirit. When he literally in this scene said he was excited to decorate, and then she said, we can't decorate. That same conversation, she says like, where's your Christmas spirit? It was here until you told me we can't decorate, bitch. Hello. So then they go to sleep upset, no Christmas spirit, and she's like, wait, I have a great idea. I'm gonna need a lot of coffee. Her idea was just staying up all night decorating the house. And when the kids wake up, some reason they're excited by this. This boy said he wanted to decorate. She told him no. She did it herself. I wouldn't call this movie The Christmas Aunt. Well, first of all, that's just a terrible title. She's not even a Christmas aunt, she's just a bad aunt. The Christmas bitch, more like it. On the tree that she decorated herself, there's a note for the niece and nephew from Santa. He says, me and your aunt for the next 12 days are gonna celebrate Christmas with you. It's the 12 days of Christmas. And then the niece is like, I hope this doesn't mean a partridge in a pear tree. And Rudy's like, no, this is the 12 days of Christmas your way. It's shit like picking out a tree for the bedroom, because the one in the living room is already decorated. And like, she gets snow imported from somewhere. They even ask her like, how'd you do this? She's like, I'll never tell. Okay, but I wanna know. How about that? And throughout all these events, the like ex-best friend or whatever is there, of course. They're like, why are you at the mall? And he's like, last minute Christmas shopping. Why are you at this Christmas tree farm? I buy Christmas trees for orphans. So I see what we're doing here. You could have just invited them to all 12 days. So at one of these events, she admits to the music teacher, ex-best friend, that she's like, my job's all right, but I do miss Nashville. Already we know the ending of this movie. Would you be embarrassed to be in a Hallmark movie? I'm trying to figure it out. A paycheck's a paycheck, I guess. I mean, I guess there's a reason the people that do these movies are the people that do these movies. We'll just say that. But at least they get paid. Here I am watching for free, so who's the real sucker? Ding, 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 ding. Moving on. Some of these movies, as you may recall, give me anxiety. So I'm waiting this whole movie for the shoe to drop, and I'm an hour into this movie and nothing's happened. I think the writers remember they had to add conflict, so then they have this little barn dance or whatever. It's one of the 12 nights, but it's not even for the kids. The kids decorate and then leave so that Rudy and her ex-best friend can reenact their prom night or some junk like that. So they're dancing and he's like, I wish we could have still been in touch. And then they have a big fight and she's like, why do we even stop being friends? And then he's like, my girlfriend gave me an ultimatum. She said we were too close, so I picked her. And she's like, well, where is she now? And then they fight about that, which would be like a big deal if the very next scene it wasn't resolved. But it was, so we're back to having no conflict. She goes to the school, they talk it out, and then at the end of that, she's like, wait, where are my niece and nephew? And the teacher literally says, oh yeah. And oh yeah. And then brings her out to the hallway where the nephew is crying and he says he was bullied today. Excuse me? What in the... So then that night they're all making Christmas cookies together and the parents FaceTime and they're like, Rudy, could we speak to you privately for a second? First of all, don't FaceTime when you know I'm with your kids, if that's what you're gonna say. Just shut up. So she goes to the other room and they're like, we're gonna miss the Christmas concert. So then the kids are upset about that, but they make peace with it. And they're like, at least you'll be here. And then she gets a phone call from her job in LA. And the boss is like, you need to be back tomorrow. She's like, tomorrow? There's still 4 days before the 27th. And the lady's like, I don't care. So then the kids are really depressed again because now no one except grandma with a broken leg is gonna be at the Christmas concert. But Rudy's like, work is work, honey, I got kept. So she goes. So then we get to the night of the Christmas concert. And I will say, I thought that Rudy would like figure out that family's more important and go back. But no, she sure does spend Christmas Eve at work. But then after the concert's over and after the night of work is done, the boss is like, let's celebrate. And then Rudy says, I quit. But work went fine all day. So I understand you're like weighing out your priorities, but the boss was nothing but nice to you. You didn't need to say it like that. At least pull her aside. But she didn't, so. So then she's back in Tennessee and she confesses her love to this guy by like setting up a museum. I don't know. I wish I had the resources these people have. But alas, here I am with a pillow and a stocking on the wall as a set piece. But she can set up a whole museum in a town she doesn't even live in. She confesses their love, they get together. It starts snowing in Tennessee, or maybe it's shipped in. I really don't remember. Anyway, the movie's over. Let's get to the naughty and the nice of it. The naughty is, the acting wasn't great. I think they had chemistry, I still want to know how she got the snow there. In that freaking museum that she threw, there was like one little stand where there were maracas there, and the little like card that she made just said, "Oh, your infamous maracas." So now I want to know about these friggin' maracas and how she got the snow there. And the nice of it is, the guy's hot. No, it was nice to see Rudy again, but I'll just watch her doing the on the Cosby Show. So that's it for this movie. Tomorrow we'll be watching Holly and Ivy on Hallmark. See you then.